Dragon's Dogma has similarities to some other open-world RPGs, but ultimately, it's like nothing you've ever played. It is wonderful and infuriating. You will curse at the frustrations, yet you will be enchanted. You may love Dragon's Dogma passionately, but like many passionate relationships, expect some heartache to ensue. The opening scene certainly set the stage. First, a combat-filled prologue, and then a dramatic dragon attack in which the lizard eats your heart. Absolutely memorable, though the best is still a ways off.
Shall hold your little keepsake safe.
In any case, there's something else you need to come to grips with beyond your missing heart, and that is the pawn system. Up to 3 pawns can join you on your journey. These are minions that come from a dimension called the Rift. 1 pawn is permanent. The others are hirelings and can be taken on and dismissed as you see fit. They might be provided by the game, or they might be minions created by other players. They can also be much higher level than you, provided you can afford them.
We'll soon find monsters with.
Traveling with pawns is like having the company of curious children. Their chatter is supposed to show you how aware they are of the world around them. But ultimately, you hear the same lines so many times that the illusion is broken.
Mild weather year-round makes Grancy's well suited for human life.
There's a charm to it all, what with all the dignified voice acting.
Pulls the life of its host.
By stealing the life of others. You're unharmed.
Strength in numbers arisen.
Best to sever the tail.
A system for tweaking the AI would have been helpful, considering how your pawns tend to not do what you most wish they would do. Still, they are a big help in battle. And what amazing battles these are. Imagine this. A shrieking griffin lands just a few feet from you. You slash away at it while your mages blast it with fire and ice. The griffin may simply fly away, but you can gain the upper hand by leaping on it and flying through the sky as you swing your sword. These are some of the best animated creatures in any game to date. You've never seen chimeras like this. Part lion, part goat, part snake, and all fearsome. You choose from 3 initial classes, but 6 more open up later. Whichever you choose, there's a great sense of impact. You feel sword meet flesh, and hear and see arrows hit their mark. The excitement is compounded by the sensation that anything can happen, because it so often does. One great example happens in the final hours. New concepts, new enemies, and new visuals are introduced. At this stage, not only does Dragon's Dogma not feel like a typical RPG, it doesn't even feel like the same game you were just playing. And this is after one of the best boss sequences ever seen in an RPG. It never stops being exciting because it keeps finding new ways to increase tension. If only the brilliance wasn't surrounded by so much tedium. For several hours, traveling the world of Grancis is more annoying than it is adventurous. There's no travel-on-demand system, so you spend many hours traveling the same paths you've seen countless times already. There is a quick travel system of sorts, but it costs quite a bit of coin and doesn't ease all of the monotony. Questing can also take some time to get a handle on. An early quest might send you up a hill where the wolves are thick but manageable, and then straight into bandits, which are anything but manageable. The abrupt shift from easy to impossible is disheartening when it leads to so much backtracking. At first, travel feels even more tedious because the environments are so brown and gray. Yet in time, Dragon's Dogma's artistic merits become apparent. Atmospheric touches, like a valley so filled with wind that you struggle against it, are really fantastic.
Don't you
The very air dances around us. The long night is come. The dragon's reign at last begins.
The story isn't so subtle, and it has some events that are just downright bizarre. There are major twists that you'd think would change your standing with certain characters, and are never mentioned again. You can also fail quests for reasons that aren't clearly explained, but there are some memorable moments that will stay with you for some time. The ending, for example, comes as such a shock that you'll be turning it over and over in your mind to make sure you understand all of its implications, and a choice leading up to it might leave you in shock.
Valor dwells in the heart, after all.
Dragon's Dogma takes chances, and like many games that do so, it can exasperate you. But it's so different from other RPGs, so surprising, that you might be able to look past the annoyances and see the amazing classic Dragon's Dogma almost was. It isn't entirely successful, but you sure won't forget it.